Hello friends, long time no see. In today's video I have prepared a very simple but impressive card trick that will appeal to absolutely any spectator. This trick is especially good to show to girls, especially if it's your girlfriend, the one you're dating, the one you're on a date with. And this trick can be played out very well. This trick can be made romantic. To perform this trick, you don't need a special deck of cards. You just take the cards, shuffle them, and simply perform the trick. Everything is very simple, just the way I like it. So let's take our deck of cards, shuffle it any way we want, so that everything is fair like the most decent magicians do. We shuffle these cards, and of course, let's cut them, so that everything works out for us. So now we give the deck to our spectator. The spectator can also take these cards and shuffle them. Now ask your spectator to divide the cards into two piles with the same number of cards. These will be the spectator's piles. Well, let's say the spectator takes and lays out 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. These are the spectator's 2 piles. Now lay out the piles for me in the same way. Well, for example, the spectator takes and lays out 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't need this deck. We can put it away. So, here we have the same number of cards, and here we have the same number of cards. These are the spectator's piles, these are the magician's piles, which means they are mine. Dear spectators, choose any of these piles and remember the top card of that pile. Well, for example, the spectator takes and lifts, remembers this card. He remembers this card is his, he remembered it, put it back, and covered the cards with another pile. Excellent. Now choose any pile from my piles. Well, for example, the spectator chooses this one. Let's turn over the top card. This is a 10 of diamonds, this will be my card, the magician's card. Now I will take it and cover it in the same way, and cover these cards in the same way. Now I want to tell you, my dear friend, that there is a special connection between us, and my card will always be attracted to your card, no matter how we shuffle the deck, no matter what we do with it. I will demonstrate this to you now. So let's shuffle the cards in different ways, just like that. Now let's cut the deck several times. Yes, we can shuffle it again several times. Now let's shuffle it Klondike style. Let's do this unusual Klondike shuffle. This card shuffle was invented during the gold rush in Klondike. So we've shuffled. Now spectator, take this pile and divide it into 2 piles. Well, the spectator begins to divide it. For example, like this, divide, 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 divide. You've spread them out. Now cover one pile with the other. Well, let's say the spectator takes this one and covers that one. Great. You can do it again 2 more times, 3 times, 10 times. Well, let's say the spectator says, okay, I'll do it one more time. He starts spreading out the piles. He lays them out, lays them out. Everything happens very plausibly before our eyes. And let's say he covers this one with that pile. Now let's take the cards and lay them out using the Klondike method. We put all our cards in pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there remains the 13th pair. Let's put these cards here for now. Look, is your card here? I don't think so. It's not here either. No again. No again. Of course, I could have avoided doing this and stated that I mentioned at the beginning of the trick that there is a special connection between us, and even the cards have proven it. My card will always attract your card. This is such a wonderful card trick, friends, and we'll move on to teaching it right now. But first, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and write a comment. Did you like this trick or not? Personally, I love tricks like this. They're very easy to remember. Well, let's move on to the tutorial. Hello friends, and welcome to the tutorial for this trick. As I said, this trick is not difficult. It is very simple. You can do it quickly and repeat it at any time. As I said, this trick is especially good to show to a girl, especially if she is your girlfriend, you are dating her, going on dates. And you can use this trick. How can you explain this story to her? You can say that you are made for each other, and even a deck of cards will now confirm this. Because my card will always follow yours or vice versa, your card will follow mine. So, how do you do it? Look, take the deck and shuffle it as best you can. We shuffled it in different ways. Shuffle it however you want. Now, give the deck to the spectator and let them shuffle it the same way. Well, let's say they shuffled it. Yes, let's cut the cards. Now give the cards to the spectator and ask them to divide the cards into two piles. But on one condition, that there are the same number of cards in each pile. For example, the spectator deals themselves 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same number again. As I said, the number of cards here can be any, even 20 or 22 cards. The main thing is that there are enough cards in the deck. It is important that the spectator does not mix anything up. Now ask the spectator to deal 2 piles to the magician in the same way. For example, the spectator deals 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need these cards. We'll put them away. We don't need the remaining deck. So these piles belong to the magician, and these belong to the spectator. Now ask the spectator to choose any pile. For example, he chooses this one. Let him remember the top card of this pile. Well, of course, the spectator can remember any card from this pile. The main thing is that he then puts it on top. Well, let's say the spectator takes this card and remembers it. It's the Jack of Clubs. Okay, now let the spectator cover the Jack with these cards. Excellent. Now let them choose any pile from you, the magician. Let's say they choose this one, we turn over the top card, and I, as the magician, say, look, this card will be mine. And your card will always follow my card, no matter how we shuffle the deck, no matter what we do with it. In the end, a pleasant surprise awaits you. And we cover these cards with the remaining cards. Now you can either cover this one with this pile, or vice versa. Well, let's say we take this pile and cover this one. Now, what do we need to do? Keep in mind that we now have a mathematical sequence that makes this trick self-working. The main thing is not to break this sequence, namely, you cannot shuffle the cards, but you can imitate shuffling, you can cut the cards, we can take the cards and cut them several times like this. Now we can do a Charlie shuffle. What does it look like? We count the top cards, place the bottom cards on top of them, count the top cards again, and place the bottom cards on top again. Please note that I place the cards in the same sequence in which they are lying. I don't shuffle the cards. Yes, it creates the illusion of shuffling, but in reality the mathematical pattern remains unchanged. So we've shuffled these cards. Now we need to do a Klondike shuffle. I've already shown this method in one of my tricks. Let me remind you. You take and pull the top and bottom cards at the same time, and pull like this. This is the method we use to shuffle. The method is called Klondike because it was invented during the gold rush in Klondike, when frozen people could shuffle cards in this way. So we've shuffled the deck. Now give the deck back to the spectator and ask them to divide the cards into 2 equal piles. You can do this several times, even 10 times. it won't affect anything, even though it seems that the cards are shuffled randomly. So the spectator has dealt the cards. Now we cover any pile. Well, let's say the spectator wants to do it again. He shuffles everything again, rearranges it, and covers this pile with that pile. Now we will take it again and do our Klondike Shuffle, but we will use this Klondike Shuffle to simply divide the cards into pairs. So I put a pair here, and look how many pairs we have. You can tell your friend how many pairs there are, but we don't need any of them. We don't need any of it because my card will always attract your card. See, dear, we are just made for each other. That's such a wonderful romantic trick. Bye.